We have all been worried about Grand Theft Auto 6 because we've heard rumors that Rockstar will take it in a very different direction, similar to what happened with the Saints Row reboot, and it won't be the game we've waited a decade for. And with those rumors swirling, journalists have decided to start telling people that it could go woke and you need to cry harder about it because Rockstar has a lot of problematic history that they need to make right with this game. I have a few different things I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, of course, this is a The Gamer article. Grand Theft Auto 6 could go woke. Cry about it, and people have been very worried about this game. We haven't waited a decade for a trash experience to release. We're hearing that this is going to be the most expensive game ever created, and I do really hope that it turns out to be a fantastic title, but there are things to be worried about. And instead of, going into this and these journalists saying things like, there's a lot of things they could improve on as long as they stick to the original formula. No, they are basically demanding that Rockstar go in a vastly different direction. It says, let's deal with the elephant in the room. Not everybody agrees that Grand Theft Auto is misogynistic. It's a curious case of seeing misogyny in the game, knowing it's misogyny, but saying it doesn't count because the entire game is satire, and satire isn't offensive. And I 100% agree with this because, yes, there are misogynistic jokes and characters in Grand Theft Auto, but ultimately, it is a video game, and we are talking about jokes and humor and satire. Those things should not be attacked, but these journalists can't accept the fact that edgy humor is a part of this franchise's identity, so instead of just accepting it, they decide to attack it, and of course, attack Rockstar. Look at Saints Row, it's the same exact thing. Saints Row was popular because it was different and it was edgy, and the reboot completely changed its identity and it failed epically. And if they do that with GTA 6, it's going to fail too. I think that a lot of people are going to boycott it and refuse to purchase it. It says Grand Theft Auto is relentless in how much it treats every single person like shit, but when reviews for GTA 5 first came out, fans attacked reviewers who mentioned their discomfort with misogynistic themes and torture scenes. Some female reviewers in particular bore the brunt of this, resulting in them receiving the very sorts of misogynistic abuse they criticized in the games from its biggest fans, bringing the whole thing full circle. It is your job to play video games and review them, and yeah, it is fine for you to not like the content in the game, but your job is to review it, and some of them at the time even refused to review it and put up articles like this saying it's disgusting and misogynistic. You knew what Grand Theft Auto was. That is what this franchise has been about. They, take shots at every single person of every single identity, ethnicity, sexuality. It doesn't matter, and it's all satire, so it's not like you should be getting offended by it. These people are the reason why game journalists cannot be trusted, because they will give the worst games with like the most prominent narratives 10 out of 10s and say it's amazing and it's perfect and it's fantastic. And of course, fans typically dislike those games a lot of the time, but then when good titles come out because they don't like one thing in it, that's it. They give it like a 4 out of 10, say it's awful, it's terrible, and we see how successful GTA 5 was, so I bet those reviewers feel pretty dumb now. But it says, here's the thing about satire. It's not very good if it's just what happens in real life, and the way fans treated these reviewers was close to the way men treated women in the game. Oh no, you guys received some criticism? This is the problem with this article, because of course they're not going to mention it in Gamergate, right? But I'm sure a lot of these women agreed with the Anita Sarkeesians and the Zoe Quinns and believed that Gamergate Gamergate was truly a harassment campaign because, of course, this game came out in late 2013, right in time for the holidays, so it was right around that time. You know, I I personally have played every Grand Theft Auto game. I've never looked at it and gone, oh my god, that male character just treated a woman like trash. That is offensive to me. These people are like that. They find every single little thing they can to complain about, and then they pick it out, and then they put it in an article like this. This game, yes, has themes that might be a little unsettling for people, but at the end of the day, it's a video game. And I have talked about Rockstar in Grand Theft Auto a lot on the channel because I am very worried about what GTA 6 is going to be. We have heard that, Rockstar has removed content that was deemed too offensive from the Grand Theft Auto 5 next-gen release. They removed what they called transphobic content. They removed a few, symbols on flags, like they removed the Confederate flag from some of them. They decided to disable the trans caricatures or drag queens from spawning outside cockatoos. Very small changes that do have a lot of people worried because they had to take the time and effort to remove these things and actively think about what could be seen as offensive in order to remove it. But we've also heard about Rockstar Games in general. This was a Jason Schreier article. Rockstar Games cleaned up its frat boy culture in Grand Theft Auto 2, and it says with a new tone at the company and a change in creative direction, GTA 6 will probably feel very different from its predecessor. And I always say this, I don't believe that Jason Schreier talks to a quarter of the people that he claims that he does. Okay, he's always like, I have these inside scoops, these inside sources, and a lot of the times he is wrong. But there is this, chance. Yes, the company did have to change their reputation a little bit. It sounds like them and Blizzard were getting along a little bit too much, and they had a frat boy culture at the company, and we have heard that they have, behind the scenes, gotten better about this. They have cleaned up their act, and it says that this could lead to a potential change in creative direction, and I really hope not, because while yes, you might have problems at your company, what is at your company and what is in your game are two very different things, and I'm sorry, but that's the content that people want in your titles. People don't want a toned down, censored Grand Theft Auto 6. People don't want watered content in this game, because if that happens, GTA 6 is going to be a flop and people are still going to keep buying GTA 5, even though 6 is reportedly going to be the most expensive game ever created when it finally releases. So ultimately, I do hope that Rockstar does not listen to these whiny journalists that are saying, it could go woke, cry about it, because that's really not what anyone wants, except for a few snowflakes like this who cannot accept the fact that there might be edgy content in games now. But yes, there are some articles releasing like this. We still are a very long time away from GTA 6. We are hearing rumors that it is going to be from May 2024 to May 2025. That's a release window, so it's still a very long ways away. Obviously, I hope that it turns out good, but seeing articles like this just really make me angry, and I know they make a lot of other people angry because this isn't what people want. People do not want a woke GTA 6. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.